Hi, people. My narration book here again, as always, and as usual. Um, yeah, as you can tell from the header of this video, I'm going to discuss specific information in relation to planets that people are familiar with and astrological bodies. Now, this article is a draft version of an article that is yet to be published. So in the future, when I publish this video, so along with this video, I'll be publishing the final neat version of this article. So this video is simply the video version of this article. Therefore, it will be embedded in the article itself and vice versa. You can find the link of this article in the description of this video. Now let's get going. Detailed information on the planets and especially asteroids. Hi again, people. In this article, as the header suggests, obviously I will be covering more astrological information on the planets, e.g. the Earth, the Sun, Venus, and so on, but especially the asteroids, notably Pallas, Juno, and Ceres. See below, and all this delicious knowledge courtesy of the Archangel Uriel, who bestowed this wisdom upon me, or Uriel. And yeah, when you click on the link, you'll see being redirected to my website, obviously, and the article of the Archangel Uriel. Yeah, I've worked with Uriel for obviously a good while, for well over a year or two, approximately. And Uriel was kind enough, thanks to all of my work with him, to bestow upon me astrological wisdom and whatnot. And this is simply the latest information that in exchange for all of my hard work in terms of bestowing energy or giving him energy through offerings and just overall hosting rituals and consistency and stability and working with him, that he deemed, hypothetically speaking, worthy to share with me in the way of wisdom. So this is astrological wisdom, the latest form of astrological wisdom. Obviously, I'm already well, even if I say so myself, well past anyone you can possibly imagine in terms of astrological proficiency. But yeah, up, as the saying goes, and you'll never be able to know it all. So yeah, on we go. Now, again, so all props and credits go to Uriel, the beloved Archangel Uriel. I simply pronounce his name Oriel, like an O, Oriel. Eternal glory, gloriam eterna. Now, let's get going. The Earth. Let's just discuss the first celestial body right away. When it comes to the Earth in both natal and horary astrology, it is very similar to the pot of fortune, but in a different manner or way. The Earth stands for individualistic success through the lens of the person in matter or question. The Earth shows or showcases how much they care about the case in question and what the chances are of accomplishing it based on their natural talents or skill set. Applicable to natal astrology. Horary refers to the situation provided the person doesn't change anything. Earth is strong in all fire signs except Aries. It is weak in all air signs with the exception of Libra. It does not go retrograde in general. In water and earth signs, it's neutral. It does depend on the situation in question regarding detail. The Earth is like a lesser, so less potent version of the pot of fortune. P.S. The Earth is always opposed to Sun, perfect opposition. So an opposition not only in degrees, but also in minutes. So yeah, I'm going to simply show people an example using my own natal chart, again, as an example, to represent, to simply showcase everything and to display exactly how things work. Now, this is the constellation I was born under. People that follow me have already seen this several times. So yeah, I'm going to skip right ahead to the celestial body in question. This is the Earth. I repeat, this is the Earth. This green circle with a cross in the middle is the Earth, people. It is 6 degrees and 27 minutes in Aries. And as you can tell, just like the article says, it's perfectly opposed to Sun, which is literally across, adjacent. 6 degrees and 27 minutes in the opposing sign, or the sign that opposes Aries, which is Libra. Now, remember what the description says. It stands for individualistic success through the lens of the person. So from my perspective, it showcases how much I care about something in question, about an objective, and what the chances are of accomplishing it based on my natural talent and skill set. This applies in general to natal astrology. Now, I'm sorry. Yeah, now, this is the constellation I was born under. So this, the Earth, the zodiac sign it's in and the house it's in, indicates essentially what I lack and what I would like to accomplish the most, as in what do I really want to accomplish, what do I truly want to accomplish more than anything. Now, I'm going to show you right away. Usually it says the opposite of what the sun says. Now, the sun here stands for my strongest trait in general. I have a very strong Libra influence. The sun, Mercury, and midheaven in Libra. Now, so again, the sun, Mercury, and midheaven in Libra. All of this simply stands for the fact that, like I said, I'm an intellectual Libra. It's purely about intelligence, etc. I'm not going to go into detail. I've already discussed this in my own natal reading, etc., which you can find on my YouTube channel. But long story short, this stands for my strongest trait. Now, within the context of my the constellation I was born under, the Earth simply stands for what I lack the most, or throughout my life. I mean, the natural me, the way I was born, just as the average person. What I lack the most is willpower to essentially get by in day-to-day life. I even know this degree by memory. This degree has the keyword restlessness, essentially. Someone that never stops looking for whatever he's looking for. In this case, again, like I said, I never stopped looking for willpower. My entire life, up until the point that I became a magician and I was able to drastically alter and enhance my own personality. So everything you see here, through magic, through occult forces, through the spirits I work with and everything. Before that, I literally wanted nothing more than willpower, the power to be able to overcome all the hardships in my life, primarily perpetuated by the woman that was supposed to be my mother. That's why the Earth is right next to the moon, and the moon is 13 degrees in Aries. This specific degree specifically stands for trial. It stands for hardship. And yes, my mother specifically brought about a lot of hardship in my life, like no other. We're talking about arch enemy kind of deal. And yes, the third house simply stands for day-to-day life. Now, the Earth, as the article says, it's weak in Aries. The Earth is strong in all fire signs except Aries. So it's weak in Aries, and the reason it's weak in Aries, or better said, it being weak in Aries, simply stands for the fact that this was ridiculously hard to attain, that this was something that that was almost borderline impossible for me to attain, the willpower to essentially overcome all of these handicaps and all of this negativity. That's what I lack the most. That's why the Earth is always opposed to Sun. The Earth indicates the opposite of your strongest trait, what you want the most, but what you lack the most, essentially. Or better said, due to lacking it the most. And yeah, that's essentially it on the Earth. I hope it was clear. And yeah, have a last look. This is the Earth. Beautiful green Earth. That's what it looks like. Will always be perfectly opposed to Sun, down to the last minute, down to the last second. Always perfect opposition. I think it's not a coincidence. The Earth revolves around the Sun. That's why the Earth is always opposed to Sun. And of course, I'm going to discuss it in an horary system as well, an horary chart. This is an horary chart. This was like 3 years ago when I bought a jet ski. And the question was, buy jet ski. Okay, I wanted to know what good the jet ski would bring about. Now, I'm simply going to show people how it works. We already did in a natal reading, in a natal chart. Now we're simply going to do in an horary chart. And in an horary chart, it says the same, but instead of overall, it simply refers to the situation, provided that I don't change anything. I don't make any alterations after casting the chart that changes the situation. Otherwise, obviously, the reading can be deemed invalid or non-applicable or non-applicable. Now, here you see the Earth, again, perfectly opposed to Sun. The Sun is in Virgo, and the Earth is in Pisces in the third house. Within this context, it simply stood for what I lacked the most within the context of the question asked. I simply wanted to buy a jet ski and enjoy myself and go streaking across the water on a day-to-day basis. Pisces represents water, as in large bodies of water, anything from big rivers to oceans even. You name it, the lakes, you name it. And the third house simply stands for day-to-day life. And that's also why you're seeing that the Earth is conjunct the Moon, notably. I'm not going to discuss this celestial body. The Moon is nice and strong in Pisces, water sign, and it is in the second house. This simply stands for essentially a material acquisition. The acquisition in question being a jet ski. and the moon is at its strongest by default in all water signs. In Pisces, which stands for the same thing that the Earth indicates now, the reason that the Earth is here indicates that this is ridiculously hard to attain under given circumstances. So as much as I would like to do the aforementioned, I would like to nothing but streak across the water and enjoy the bejesus out of my jet ski. It would be hard, and the sun essentially indicates it will be hard, and it was hard. And the sun indicates how essentially the sun is in Virgo in the 9th house. In this context, the sun being in Virgo simply stands for difficulties regarding functionability of the acquired material good in question, so the jet ski. So simply put, the jet ski was faulty, which it was, and it caused me a fucking shitload of trouble. So yeah, that's essentially it on the Earth. Bye-bye. I'll be treating the next celestial body in a separate video. I'll be treating all of them in separate videos as a means of keeping it short and separate and straight to the point.